House Ethics Committee, with its vast resources and limited power, effectively could investigate private citizens. He's correct, of course. I don't think we want to go down that road. Kimmel wasn't buying it. He became a private citizen 5 days ago when he resigned, specifically to avoid you releasing the results of the investigation. That's not what anyone said. He was nominated by Donald Trump to be AG and resigned so he wouldn't have any absences, and it would give time to Congress to bring someone else in. Why do I think that's more true than he resigned over these ethics investigations? Because they're going to leak it anyway. And in the Senate confirmation, they expect to make it public. Already senators are like, we should be able to see it. So it makes no sense that Matt Gaetz would resign to avoid this when it's going to come out no matter what. In fact, a hacker apparently already has much of his information related to a separate lawsuit. So, no, Jimmy, that makes literally no sense. They're saying it looks like the late night host had quite enough of the House Speaker Johnson this week, saying someone needs to put Mike Johnson back in the tree he lives in and release that report. He declared to resounding applause from a live audience. Okay, Matt Gaetz, whatever letter is you sent to The View should be sent to Jimmy Kimmel. And I wonder when this episode aired. They say she was forced to read a legal note on Tuesday, so this is yesterday. And then we see this from Jimmy Kimmel, I believe, also yesterday, as the story is breaking now. I don't know how they think Jimmy Kimmel is going to be able to get away with saying this if The View was forced to issue this statement as well. Jimmy Kimmel said as a statement of fact that Matt Gaetz was paying minors, which has never been proven, there's no evidence of. That is defamation per se, which means it is something so shocking and egregious that Matt Gaetz will not need to prove damages, or he will not need to abide by the Times v. Sullivan precedent. He can walk right in and say, ABC, we own you. And ABC is likely going to force Jimmy Kimmel to do the same thing, as they should. Whoopi then says, we'll be right back, and they cut to commercial. They say minutes prior, the co-hosts discussed the misconduct allegations against Gaetz. And Hostin said, with the Department of Justice, you have the sex crimes unit, which is what I was a part of, child sex crimes and child trafficking. How could you nominate someone with allegations of child trafficking or trafficking across state lines and having sex with a 17-year-old? Goldberg said, I'm saddened by it because all of those women who will have to get some defense of what happened to them, that's who they're going to, and this is someone who will just say it's not a big deal. There's no evidence of any of it, and the DOJ dropped the charges. Now, it does sound like they issued this legal disclaimer, and it is funny, but I wonder if they did it not because of a legal threat from Matt Gaetz, but because they wanted to make these accusations, which will go viral, and then protect themselves by saying this legal disclaimer. Meaning they said, we're going to talk about this. The legal department said, say this afterwards and you're good. No one from Matt Gaetz' team sent the letter, but we don't know for sure. At any rate, Jimmy Kimmel came out and made egregious statements of fact. And you can't make the argument that's like, well, it's in the news. They're saying it's in the news. No, nowhere in the news are they saying that Matt Gaetz did pay minors on Venmo for sex. Jimmy Kimmel said it's true. Now that's crazy. We'll see what happens. I'll wrap it up there. Next segment's coming up on the hour. Stick around. We got more segments following on X and Instagram at Timcast. Join the movement. Become a member at timcast.com, and we will see you all shortly.
This story is about a baffling disappearance that happened in 2020 in a forest in California. But the most unique part of this